What's up, guys? This is Ronaf, the figurehead. So let's unite and talk about another figure that I have in my collection, or at least I will be adding to my collection, which is the Hawkeye. Retro looking Hawkeye. That's right. And together with me today is my son. And as always, let me remind you, this is no way for me to encourage kids buying into these figures and whatnot. But if they show a passing interest or a genuine interest, why not? So let that be and do what you will with that. So why do we need this Hawkeye? Because I need him to be part of the sort of the Marvel Universe quintessential look that I'm going for, in terms of the 80th anniversary Iron Man, the 80th anniversary Thor. What else? We have the Hulk 2-pack and all that. So all that classic looking, definitive looking. So I needed a Hawkeye character because obviously he has rose into prominence because of the movie. So we needed a Hawkeye to go into that sort of a classic look collection. Hence this guy appeared on Big Bad Toy Store, and I had to get him with his sort of donning the classic purple and blue costume with the bow and arrow and sort of mask and whatnot. So you can see he comes actually in this retro packaging, retro vintage I believe, with the bow and quiver. That's the only accessories you're gonna get. And at the back you have some nifty artwork of a Hawkeye with an indication that says what? It says witnessing Iron Man in action. Clint Barton
attempts to emulate the hero by donning a colorful costume and employing archer skill to fight crime.
Yes, his archer skills to fight crime. So he's basically the Robin Hood of the superhero world. And in this wave you get some classic looking characters, which is of course the Scarlet Spider, the Black Panther, you have Ant-Man over here, and
Wasp.
It goes without saying, if there's Ant-Man there's Wasp, and also Marvel Vision.
There's
now
also more like Iron Man and Punisher.
That's right, Iron Man, Punisher, which we did get by the way, and then there was a few others. But from this series I think I'm interested in the Black Panther and Vision, if I can get hold of them. The Ant-Man, it just seems too slender, too thin for me. Wasp, okay, it fits, so that's why not. Scarlet Spider, probably not, past that. So there you go. And the usual legalities, and don't put your mouth, or belongs to who, under 3 and all that good stuff. So shall we review this?
Yes.
Okay, so with that in mind, let's go ahead, open this guy up, do the usual rounds and see what we think of him. So right guys, we'll do the necessary and unbox this right in front of your eyes. Now as a price reference, this went for, what was it, $25 on a Big Bad Toy Store. But the soonest that I bought this figure, it was out of stock. So presumably I bought the last piece. So for that I do apologize. But as a price reference, at least now you know where you stand. If you ever encounter them in the wild, knifey, remember not to play with them. Let's take the figure out of the box. Now a lot of these figures, what we call as the retro collection figures, comes in this carded version of it. Now some people might
see in the background there's like comics.
Yes, exactly. There is some indication of like classic comics, sort of various pages and whatnot. But you know, it's a nifty little thing to have if you are an in-box collector or in-card collector. But for now I need the Hawkeye out of the packaging, because he will sit in the shelves with the other rest of the bunch. So we'll leave that for now. Yeah, and then of course we have Hawkeye himself. As I mentioned before, he comes with his bow and a quiver to compile all his arrows. But these arrows, yeah, exactly, it's all molded in, so that you can't really take out.
If it can be out.
Exactly, and it's just one piece. There doesn't seem to be any strap, but there seems to be a big peg that I suppose will fit into a hole at the back of the character. So let's take out the character and show you, or show you him in all his glory. And right out of the bat, as you can see, I always check the quality control issues, and I must say the paint job looks all pretty good and decent. I don't see any flaws. There's no smudges or anything like that. The paint job looks good.
It's just that the head is like almost the same color as his helmet.
Yes, possibly. And I think the sort of the eyepiece there, or at least in his first appearance, is more prominent. It kind of sticks out, whereas this is kind of you know, glued to the side of his head. But okay, yeah, it still harks back to that classic look, so I'm not going to be you know, complaining about it. He has a stoic look, so there's not much in terms of his shall we say face sculpt as such, but in terms of a paint job and all that, I think yes, it's pretty good. It's fine, it works for me. He does come with a decent costume, decent coloring. There's a sort of shimmery purple, shiny, and has that sort of Captain America scaly bit going on there, so that's pretty good. And then it's like flowy and whatnot. The bow kind of looks like it's a modern version of a bow, like a compound bow as such. So it's not like a classical bow. It has plastic, so this is not like any elastic thing that you can, you know, do that. But I suppose that's in order not to make this into a projectile of some sort.
Toy store, it actually says that the retro Hawkeye is $24.99.
Yeah, so 25. So the 1 cent is not going to make that much difference. Okay. Anyways, so the compound bow is what it is. Like I said, it's not gonna. It's not a do or die deal for me. I would have preferred a sort of a classic look, a classic bow look, but there you go. What else can you do? In terms of the arrow, as I said, there's no like a strap or anything like that. That would have been more classic, but it has this peg that hits. There's a hole there that you can just put that in, and depending on which direction, I don't know whether it's left hand or right hand, you can just slot that in, and he fits perfectly well. So let's take that out of the equation, and shall we check for his articulation?
Yes.
So the usual gump, let's see whether he looks up. I can see the hinge going all the way to the bottom of the neck, so that means he should be able to look very high up, and he does. That also means he can look quite a bit of down, so that's pretty good. And his arms stretch that much to give you a nice sort of 180 degrees there forward. Ooh, I heard sounds. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Anyway, he can go forward that much, so pretty good. He can turn, and I can hear quite a lot of ratcheting. That is something peculiar. I only can hope that it's good. Bicep swivel, single joint, I believe. Oh, is it double joint? Yeah, sorry, double jointed elbow, so that allows the bend, but of course his biceps get in the way, so that's I suppose normal. His inward bend of the hands are that much, outward by that much, so all good. There is a diaphragm cut all the way there that allows the crunch. However, this costume here, because it's made out of a bit more sturdier plastic, I suppose, it tends to pull back the figure, which doesn't allow him to sort of have that crunch all the way. I think without this piece here, this strappy thing, I don't know what this is called, it should allow him to crunch quite a bit, because the cut is very similar to other Marvel Legends figure. But for now, every time you try to push him in that direction, there is a springy effect that gets him back. It's not bad, I suppose. And then for backward crunch also it's the same thing. So there you go, do what you will with that. Does he have a waist swivel? He does. Does he have thigh? For sure.
Can he kick forward and kick
and
backward?
well, let's look at the, of course, double jointed knee. Oops, sorry.
Oh,
he can
almost.
and can all the way touch his butt.
kick forward and kick back.
Kick forward and kick back. Kick forward by that much. So pretty good. I think he's known for some of his, I say, trained martial arts skills anyway. So he should be able to kick forward and backward by that much. But well, it's okay, I suppose. There is a shin cut that allows a swivel. There is an ankle joint that doesn't allow that much going up, quite a bit going down. Yeah, enough pivoting on the side, so that's pretty good.
Wait.
Yes, what else?
Have you like checked if he did like
yeah, the swivel.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
No, like you move his legs to do
Oh,
that.
you mean the split?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose he can do that much, but it's not McFarlane, so I don't think it allows you. So as you can see, it's the same old. So this is not going to allow you like a full 180 degrees. It's just going to do that much. But I don't see why Hawkeye will be doing the splits. Anyway, that's my call and take on that. So let's try to play around with him and see what we think of him as a figure, because I think this video will be short because there's not much of accessories that comes with him. So all you can do is look at the paint job, look at the articulation, pose him around, and then we'll get to the conclusion. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. Right, my trusty assistant, what do we make of this? Is it a good figure? Is it a fantastic addition to our collection?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think you know, considering everyone needs a Hawkeye in their collection, if you're ever going for that kind of Marvel characters, Marvel universe, because Hawkeye, like I said, has come into prominence because of the movie, and I didn't want to get the movie-verse version of Hawkeye.
I would rate this 9 out of 10.
Oh, do you?
I like it, but I just wish these arrows would like
come out.
Yeah,
and can be posed. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's wrong. But nevertheless, I think it will be a fantastic addition to our collection. I think he will look the part. He has that classic look. He has nice like the two-tone thingy going on for him, and his colors pop.
A longer video.
I would love to do a longer video. It's just that it doesn't come with many things to talk about, so I don't know what else unless you want to talk about it.
It could come with interchangeable hands.
Yeah, that's true. He just comes with grippy hands, but I suppose one grippy hand is for the bow and the other grippy hands is for to take out the arrow, I suppose, for that pose. So all in all, I think here's my take on that. I think everyone needs a sort of a classic Hawkeye look into or Hawkeye character, shall we say, to put into your collection. So this works, and probably that's the only reason you want to go for him in any way. I don't think he's a character that you want. Is likely to give you a lot of playability as such, but he does what he needs to do fine because he has all the right cuts and articulation in the right places. So overall, it's a decent figure. Because outside of him, I can only see the movie-verse version of the Hawkeye, and I'm not gonna collect a new line just because of the movies. So there you go. Let's conclude that as it stands, and as always, guys, if
Make sure you subscribe.
That's right. Ring the bell and do all the necessary stuff as every single YouTuber will ask you to do, because it helps grow the videos. Yes, exactly. Watch all our other videos. Look us up on Instagram at figureheads_unite, where we post other stuff, including pictures of this guy here, but more than that, every other things that we buy, because my trusty assistant and I will go for toy hunting. I think it's pretty much almost all the weekend, isn't it? Yeah, so there you go. Do what you will with that. With that, I bid you farewell. Thank you for watching, and for those of you who are celebrating Christmas, happy or Merry Christmas, guys, and have a wonderful holiday and year end, and let's hope that 2021 will translate into better things for all of us in whatever capacity it may be. So see ya and adios.
Bye.
Here we go, making really on, getting icy zone, flexing, I've been swerving, make it trendy, we look sexy. Here we go, making really on, getting icy zone, flexing, I've been swerving. 쓸어담지 breaking good life is good 한동안 잊었어 이 느낌을 for better life for better love 이제는 나도 두 배 벌어 I don't give a fuck who should give a fuck 요즘 애들이 병신놀이 하는 거 No one give a fuck take care of a house 쓸어담아 다 나이 먹었어 후회하지 않아 나요 Let's be straight enemies Match potato cardio Terminate 좁아 아마 좋은 새끼